hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Tight end finds a soft spot. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
They really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Canes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Now rolling to the left. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Canes! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Boston College's offense will take the field for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Runs through a tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Golden Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. He's loose. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
This offense is putting a drive together. Nice job. Opening drive, you got a script. You want to execute. You want to go down the field, really set the tone. Nice 3rd down conversion, and now set up 1st and goal. This offense has a chance to really make a statement.
Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's James. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Extra point here will tie the game. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Pack it up, champ.
I know one of the things this
pack it up,
defense
champ.
really prides
Yeah,
themselves
pack it
on
up,
is
champ.
being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Finds his man. It's Daniels.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. He uncorks one deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling one or two guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Going the other way, and he's got room. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's James. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boston College will send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Give to the running back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. Boston College has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Catch in the middle, it's McDonald. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This Boston College offense has it working. To throw, it's James. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
The DBs will back off a bit. Second down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. A low line drive and not his best work. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic.
Turning it on. There he goes. At the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, this defense is being challenged, in the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Miami! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Boston College, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his...
It's a seam wide open. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. To the air, it's James. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Golden Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out. There he goes. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Boston College! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First play of the drive comes from the 22. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Beck. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. And the Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line, it's Fletcher. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Here's the handoff. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Pulls it in. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Beck. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get conservative. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Pulls it in. It's Jones. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. And the Golden Eagles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking downfield, it's James. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
They boot it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Bauman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Fletcher. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Canes want to move quickly. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Snagged in the middle. It's Fletcher. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's back. Here's a heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Handoff to the single running back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Wow, and the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
Boston College will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it inside the 40. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Golden Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's James. Under fire. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
You could just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given him a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for a man. It's James. Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He wants to throw it. That's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. He got loose, almost housed, and finally dragged down at the 32. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Hines is tight end. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. Big fella moving. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw. It's back. Touchdown, Hurricane! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Bond. There he goes to the right. Wide open spaces. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Boston College. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way.
So much for the wet ball drill. Couldn't hang on. They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Hand off from the shotgun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Boston College will send out the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And they could not afford that giveaway on special teams. Of course, they're losing. They need another possession to get back in this one. And now handing it back to the opponent, they might find themselves in an even deeper hole.
Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Daniels. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to pass. It's back. The sure hands. It's Johnson. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Canes are marching down the field. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Canes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field. It's back. Looking for the score. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Old Dominion. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense has a chance, down 1 possession in the 4th. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Jones. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He gets it up close to the 25, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. BC back to work after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. Got it in the middle, it's Bond. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's James. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Gonna look downfield again. Grabbed over the middle, it's Bond. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, whether it's play calling or whether it's the quarterback's decision-making, they're playing it way too safe. They can't dink and dunk and win this game. At this point, you've got to take shots.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment.
They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Back to pass. It's Beck. Fires to the tight end. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away. And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, and he got well as he just got rid of the football. And the Golden Eagles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been...
Takes the grab inside the 30. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Dances away to buy time. A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air. It's Beck. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snags it. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.